Hi, Miriam. Hi, Adelaide. Hi, Cry. Hi, Pop Social Polly. Hi, Vaughn. Oh. Hi, Mika. Hi, Jedi Beauty. Hi, YN. I hated the episode. Hi, Sparkle. Hi, Nadia and Chill. Hi, Ruby. Listen. I was okay with a Garby win. Hi, Onesie Dunsie. I've always told you, hi, Aisha, that I did not want I always told you I didn't want Andreina to go out on a challenge because I thought it would be such a hit to her confidence, but she fought so hard that I was okay with her going out with this, right? Thank you for the likes already. Hi, Randy. Hi, Gigi. She did great. So I was like, I'm okay with her going out. You know, when she said, hi, Nikisha, when she said she got two, but maybe I could get three, I was like, okay, girl. Okay, girl. You're eating that up. She was locked in, and I love that for her. So for me, it was like, I was okay with her going out. I was okay with their round, to be honest. I really, 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 really wanted Kendall to go home because I really need Kendall and Garby to. Good night, Gigi. I sure will. I need, oh, thank you so much. I need Garby to recognize that part of the reason why she was in the bottom was because of that man. Thank you, Kay. And the way she was on, her foot was on that man's. I was here for all of that shit. I was here for all of that shit. Hi, Ann. I was like, no rest. No rest. It's up and it's stuck. Hi, Ari. Hi, Emerald. Hey, K Boogie. So I loved that for Andreina, honestly. I love that she was like, nah. He was like, if after all this you want to be fuck you, she was like, it's fuck you. Hi, Rye. Here's the thing. Here's why I think Marvin was mad. Because to Andreina's point, she had said this to him too, right? Johnny threatened Andreina, Marvin, and Tyreek by doing what he did. So here's the thing. If Johnny would have said, I'm just going to stay safe, right? I'm going to stay safe. And he had never gotten up there. It would have been between Tyreek and Marvin. She would have had to choose one of them. And Sydney was going to either keep Tyreek safe for the strategy, right? Which is what she did. But if Tyreek wasn't in the running, she probably would have kept Marvin safe. So he basically fucked the three of them by making the choice that he made. And I think that's why Marvin was upset. Is because of that one. But I mean, that's kind of the way the game works, right? It's like one decision can shift everything. It can change the whole dynamic. You know what I mean? And that's what happened. That's what happened. Hi, Sparkle. Hi, Bitberry. No, I totally get it. And listen, Adelaide. Hi, Birdie. He was... When I tell you Marvin was pissing me off slipping and sliding, didn't he used to be a basketball player? Why you ain't got no balance? Why are you slipping and sliding around this damn... Like, what's Sab? Was the floor water? Like, why do you keep falling? Because he could have took Kendall. He could have taken Kendall, y'all. His arms are longer than Kendall, but he was just legs wide open, just looking like how them little horses be looking when they first start learning how to walk. Like, why are you, sir? Lock them motherfucking knees. Get low. Like, stop pissing me off. Marvin. Jeez. Marvin and Andreina end up going home. Listen, Birdie. And the only reason why I don't want Kendall still in the villa is because I feel like he is distracting to Garby. Yeah, Andreina went out great. She did exactly what the fuck she needed to do. April fucking Flowers, she came, she played the game. Hi, Tony. Hi, CEO. She played the game. Hi, Nikki. Wait, is that Nikki, my friend, Nikki? Kendall is distracting in the game. I was glad that Justine told the girls, but Lucinda, dumbass. Oh, my God. Her fucking male-centered ass. Everybody you're close to in the villa is a boy, Lucinda. You running back telling Isaiah what the girls was talking about, girl. She's lucky she wasn't in the option to get rid of. I don't like her at this point. It was already giving she was lazy, like not competitive in the same way, right? Exactly. They have to know that Lucinda is gonna run it back. And what I thought was interesting, I wonder if y'all clocked this. What I thought was interesting is when she named the boy she was closest to, I didn't hear Kendall's name. While he's running around talking about, she's my best friend in the villa. She's my best friend. Shut up, Kendall. Shut up. Hi, Mimi, because he don't mean that like that. Oh, yeah, she did that on the last episode. Birdie. So, like, I'm not fucking with Lucinda because why did you go tell that? So the girls were sitting down having a conversation. Andreina was talking about how she felt. Hi, Kimberly, how she felt betrayed. And Justine was like, listen, the boys are playing a game. We're acting like we're just along for the ride. We need to be playing the game as well. But I could easily clock like which one of these bitches is male-centered. Because they wasn't really trying to hear that. You feel me? Not everybody was really trying to hear that. Not everybody was clocking that. They want to trust in the man that they met 3 days ago. I'm just kidding. I'm exaggerating. It's been like 11 days. But then Lucinda went and told it to Isaiah. But like Andrea wasn't really trying to hear that too much. Garby wasn't really trying to hear that too much. They want to believe in their men. And I bet you that what they're thinking in their head is, oh, Justine's just feeling slighted because of what Tyreek did. No, baby, she's actually clocking the men at this point. Hi, Erica. She's actually seeing what's happening. Them motherfuckers are having conversations. But what I also noticed when Marvin left is that it was only like 2 or 3 boys in that booth with him to take that picture. Hi, C. So, like, they not fucking with Marvin at least. But they've been off having their little conversations. The girls need to wake the fuck up. Josh is a... Listen. So, Justine was trying to clock it for the girls. Tyreek, get out my face. Get out my face. What? I wouldn't want to do this with anybody other than you. Shut up. Shut up. Cut the shit. And I appreciate that finally, listen, I love y'all, right? Y'all know that. I love y'all, okay? But I told y'all that Justine was not, it was not a game. She was actually buying that shit, which is why she was flabbergasted when it happened. And now she sees, and she said, I should have known better. I should have known better. And yes, she should have. She should have. You've already been here before, baby. You've been here before. You know how the game works. Let me tell y'all, I don't know if y'all noticed this, but Toby seems very disturbed by Tyreek's decision. And I know everybody's like, but Tyreek is his best friend. Watch that man. Watch him. Listen, not too much on the Pisces, Lacey. Because when I was a 32-year-old Pisces, well, I was married, so let me shut up. I can't say nothing. But Toby was having a reaction. When Ty made that decision, he was having a reaction. But did y'all see when the boys were sitting down? When the boys were sitting down and Tyreek's like, well, I had to, get up. Did y'all see Toby literally, it was quick. It was quick. But he was like, what the fuck? Like, you could see him having that reaction. And then he tried to say a little something, but you could tell that got chopped up. That got chopped up. Whatever that conversation was, quick with him and Tyreek when all the boys were sitting there. I don't think Toby's happy with his decision at all. The new bombshell girl, I haven't seen enough to like her or dislike her. I will say that she has, I don't know enough to know if I like her or dislike her. I don't think Toby will say anything. I will say, hi, Sabrina. Thank you for the follow. You saw Gabby on the challenge and she's beatable. Who's Gabby? Wait, is that the new bombshell's name? Me not committing it to memory at all. Is that the new girl? Okay. Somebody asked who went home because you don't want to watch it. Andreina and Marvin went home. So I will say this. I don't know if she... Sorry, y'all. How many times did she talk to us tonight? Like 4? How am I supposed to remember that girl name? Okay. They be in and out the villa. I gotta wait. You gotta give me a couple days before I be like, okay, I should remember you. Justine and Andrea ended up being safe from America's Vote, and Josh and Isaiah were safe from America's Vote. Kendall and Marvin had to duel, and Andreina and Garby had to duel. Andreina came back from a 2-0 to a 2-2, and then lost the very last round. And then Marvin went out on the 4th round. Kendall got that 3rd one on the 4th round. Why does Garby like Kendall so much? I don't understand. And listen, I don't know why she doesn't see it's not reciprocated in this. When she ran into that ring and jumped on him and was kissing him, it was very much like he's not like, ew, bitch, you know what I mean? But he's also not like, oh, like it's not. Oh, they went to the 5th round too? They went 2-2? They did, you're right. They went to the 5th round as well, and Kendall got it. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not sorry. I was about to lie. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. There needs to be a level of excitement from your partner about you. And this is the same thing that I said about Justine and Jack last season. Jack was never on some ill, disgusting fuck you, but the level of excitement that she had about him was never there from him about her. And it feels the same when I'm watching Garby and Kendall. I don't see him being as excited as she is. She's also very, very young compared to him, right? Kendall is what, 26, 27? How old is Kendall? And Garby is only 22? He's 28 and she's 22, right? Oh, 29 and she's 22. No, break up immediately. Break up immediately. Okay, the new bombshell is 36. Great. Good for her. I don't know. Great. I don't think it's anything wrong with them being old on the show because Justine is 32, or older, I should say. Justine is 32. I don't like a 29-year-old and a 22-year-old together, though. Too easy to manipulate. Maybe she's not actually 36. You can find it in the app, y'all. You can find it in the app how old each Islander is. I know Justine is 32. I'm 39. I don't like a 22-year-old and a 29-year-old together. Too easy to manipulate when you're that young. She's only 33. Okay. She's only 33, y'all. Yeah, that's too. She's never had sex, and she's 22, and he's 29, and has like I'm sorry. I know people are like they don't hate Kendall. I don't know Kendall to hate Kendall, but I don't like Kendall. I have been a non-Kendall fan since him and Nicole. At the reunion, when he tried to act like he was the victim to Nicole's emotions, it was a no for me from then forward. You're not a victim to her emotions. She's allowed to feel how she feels. You lied to her and then left her out in the streets with people being like, well, Nicole, why this? Nicole, why that? You left her out there. I wasn't fucking with that personally. And then when we come to find out on Beyond the Villa, I don't know how many of y'all watched it, but he basically he led a campaign of how the other girls need to not fuck with Nicole because he don't fuck with Nicole. I'm sorry. It's a no for me personally. And then lied in Nicole's face and said that he had never done that. So for me, I don't like him. I don't like what I've seen. So I would never like him for anybody, let alone Garby, who's only 22 years old. It's a no for me, dog. And I will say, I didn't even really see how he did Serena, y'all, because I didn't actually watch season 6 religiously or like consistently while like it was on. I didn't do that. I would pop in and out. My daughter watched it, but I would pop in and out. I wasn't like a show. I wasn't watching it like that. But I do know he doesn't get along with Serena, but he does get along with Janae. So to me, he has a very particular type of black girl that he likes to kick it with. And to me, I don't fuck with that. It shouldn't only be black girls that you deem palatable or Destiny. Destiny, to your question, I have said, and I stand by that I think that like Taylor is, or I'm sorry, Kendall's very Taylor coded. Kendall to me is very Taylor coded. And I did a whole video about fluidity of masculinity for subscribers around Taylor that I think I could be seeing with Kendall as well. This is the first time I'm like really, really watching him outside of Beyond the Villa. Right? So I think that, you know, he would like to maybe rest in the margins a little bit more. And I'm not going to get into all of it because it is like a lengthy discussion, but definitely white women make a little bit more space for that because of the way that we understand womanhood and femininity in the United States. Which is why I think that Kendall prefers white women or non-black women. Personally. I can imagine, Brimo. Listen, I watched him on Beyond the Villa. Clock it, Lacey. I watched him on Beyond the Villa where he continued to lie to Nicole, right, about what happened when she came onto the show. He lied to her again about what happened with him and the girls, right? I agree, K Boogie. That always shook me. I definitely did not think that when I first saw that man. My daughter was like, no, he has two. And he lied to Nicole on the show. He only ever really kicked it with like, he really only kicked it with like the white cast members on the show. Trying to feel like, yeah, like Liv was his Ace Boon Coon. And then he what's the little stocky one that played in Janae's Space? What's his name again? Connor. Those was pretty much his people on Beyond the Villa. And on Beyond the Villa, you do see how it is very like divided. Very divided. Janae's like the only one that kind of like pops into all of the groups. And it's not that the other ones have beef, but when they're just hanging out and it's not like for some group thing, you can see which groups are the groups. You know what I mean? And Kendall's over there with the non-black people. His best friend's name was Chad, and I said, oh, brother. I just thought it was so telling tonight for Lucinda to name her closest friends, and they were all men, and none of them were Kendall. But she's my best friend. You're lying. It's giving the person that's like, oh, that's just my friend, but y'all really fucking. It's giving that. Like, that's not what you want it to be, Kendall. You're using that as a way to like get access or something to Lucinda, but no. No. I mean, Lucinda for me, I ain't really been bucking with her since how she acted after the baby birding challenge. The language that she used to describe Garby, in my opinion, was inflammatory and unnecessary. And the fact that she didn't keep that to a confessional or her motherfucking self was a problem. And then the fact that Lucinda then, tonight, on the episode, you sitting chatting with the girls and now you running that girl talk over to Isaiah. Don't piss me off. And here's my thing. Lucinda sat down and had a conversation with Garby where Garby apologized. They made the air clear. And then they moved forward, right? But if you had just shut the fuck up until y'all had that conversation, you wouldn't have been bad-mouthing her around the villa until then. You could have just shut it. You could have just been quiet because you didn't know, because you hadn't given yourself an opportunity to talk to her, but instead you ran her name. I don't like that. I don't like that. And when she said in her first interview, I just want a man to carry me to the end, she's like, oh my God, my nail. It feels very unserious. It gives very unserious. See, I don't watch the UK to know how they move. I agree, V. I agree, V. Male-centered women need to be banned. Yeah, like, ew, no. Andrea ain't too far behind, y'all. I agree, Mercury. We didn't get a lot tonight from like Andrea and Josh. We had that moment with Justine and Tyreek. That's going to be really interesting to watch play out. Because Justine, what pissed me off, listen. What pissed me off was in that first conversation with Tyreek, Justine had clocked it. Like he's on some bullshit, right? But then she still let herself fall into it. Then he moved slimy. She was holding him to it, but then she's like, I mean, you can still pull me for chats, Justine. Do not piss me off. If you I'm sorry, you're going to have to go home. If you do it again, you got to go home. Like 404 said, I can't save you a third time. I can't save you a third time. And here's the thing, Ryan, she said, I should have known. And she did know. That's the thing is, right, is that like women, I want you to trust your gut. You're not feeling that shit for no reason. You're not feeling it for no reason. She knew. She knew, and then she let herself fall into it anyway. Baby, you only got 3 weeks. Keep that motherfucking guard up. Even if you gonna let him have some attention. No. Johnny pissed me off with that ending conversation talking about some, if you're still interested in me, I'm not dead, you're not dead. Boy, yes, you are. You had a whole funeral in my mind. How many conversations do you need to pull her for, Johnny? Listen, Johnny was the epitome of, in tonight's episode, and I understand that production will be like, well, why don't you? I get that. You know what I mean? It was the epitome of, I feel guilty. Can you help me to feel better? No, I can't. She was like, you are a bad person. Here's the thing, Sparkle. What was interesting to me is that Kendall clearly repeated some shit to Garby. Because Garby was like, what happened to you not stimulating his mind? What happened to that? And I was like, oh, he told that to the boys. Leave it to Kendall to be a messy. Because he said that to the boys. So why does Garby know that to repeat it? Right? But he's so messy. And Garby, she's so, ding dong about that boy that she repeated it without even realizing she was repeating some shit that's like, how would you know that, Garby? Didn't even realize it. Listen. The thing about Johnny and Andreina, right, is that Johnny said to her, I'm not feeling this. I need you to let your walls down, blah, 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 blah. Right? Andreina said, you're right. This is about me. I do have a hard time letting people in. I have a hard time trusting people. I have a hard time. I'm going to work on it. Hi, Natanya. I'm going to work on it. She went to Andrea for advice. And then less than 24 hours, he switched up on her. So you were telling her that not with an opportunity for her to actually change. You thought you were telling her that as like, this is why I'm going to leave you. But you didn't fucking say that. You said to her in that conversation, even conversations like this is what I need. So yeah, she was blindsided. So for him, it was like he was trying to take accountability, but then acting like she was tripping. And I'm like, baby, this is it. All he did was prove her wrong. Prove her right. This is why I don't do this shit. Because she said, I don't like to open myself up because I don't want to get hurt. I don't want to give anybody the power to hurt me. And then what happened? It's not even villainous behavior, y'all. It's not giving villain to me. It's giving coward. It was giving coward. Because if that's how you felt, why are you talking to everybody else except for her about it? And then finally, when you give her a chance, you talk to her about it, you switch up the next day. So you weren't actually trying to give her an opportunity to change. You were being a coward by talking to everybody else about it. Same with Ty. Absolutely, Kay. And then the fact that Ty is like, oh, I had to get my get back. I'm glad that Justine clocked it of like, okay, so you got me back. Good for you. You know what I mean? Because that's literally all that was about. And here's the thing, Johnny, just be honest about that, right? And I'm not gonna fault Johnny for. There are lots of things that I told y'all I felt like Johnny did well. I'm always gonna. It's more than one thing can be true. There are lots of things that I think he did well. He handled that really badly. He should have just said, you know what, at this point, I'm really feeling a struggle to connect and I'm worried about advancing in the game. You've said some things that have concerned me about how you don't want to compete against the girls, how you really just want to be carried to the end, and that's not the type of partner I'm looking for in the game. So I think that we should explore other people for the games, even if we decide to keep talking. Like, he could have just said that. To me, it's giving ineffective communication. It's giving lack of like emotional attunement, and it's giving like cowardice. I'm sorry. So I can understand Andreina saying I felt blindsided. And I don't understand why he was acting like he couldn't understand that. Yeah, Tyreek was lucky he wasn't in the option to go home. Because, baby, the only thing I was happy about tonight, I was happy about more than one thing. One, I was happy that Andreina kept her foot on Johnny's fucking neck. Every time that motherfucker tried to get up, she was like, get back the fuck down. I was happy to see that, okay? Hi, Tanika. I was happy to see that. Okay? The other thing I was happy about was that Justine was safe so that she can stay in that villa with Tyreek. And I need her to get her motherfucking lick back. Period. But Champagne Mommy, here's the thing. Andreina and Marvin need to take accountability for losing on her own. Andreina did not say, it's not my fault that I lost. She said, I did well, but it wasn't good enough. She said that. So we're not going to do that, right? She owned that. But she's also not wrong that the only reason she was vulnerable was because of Johnny. They were safe. They were. That's the truth. And Marvin is also accurate that if Johnny hadn't stood up there, it would have come down to either him or Tyreek. And Lucinda was, not Lucinda. What's that girl name? Sydney was going to save one of the two of them. So it's the truth. Johnny couldn't foresee all of that. It is a game, etc., but it's not dishonest to say you made me vulnerable. That is true. He made her, Marvin, and Tyreek unsafe. Sydney just happened to save Tyreek. Sydney's decision was dumb as fuck, but, she ain't really giving. She's like, yeah, I got power couple the first one, and I just want you to be honest, baby. The reason you got power couple is because nobody was gunning for you. Cut the shit. It's not giving you're a strong competitor. It was giving nobody was even thinking about you to put anything in your bowl. I'm sorry. What? Don't do this, girl. So, we'll see. We'll see. Like, literally forgot about you. You literally didn't exist in my world. What are you talking about? So, yeah, I don't even think, I think Lucinda needs to go home. I would like Lucinda to go home. Listen, it was giving, like y'all said, it was giving 404. I saved Tyreek for my partner. I feel like y'all just be trying to make me mad. Because why would you say that? For the person that's been your partner for 24 hours, 48 hours, shut up. Shut up. I just didn't want, I know that he's Nick's best friend in here. Shut up. Shut up, Fit Me. Cut it. Cut it. I think, here's what I think about Marvin clocking Johnny down. I thought it was odd that it happened at that moment. But I guess I don't know when else it would have happened. I feel like at that point, just, and I guess he figured at this point, I ain't got nothing else to lose. I'm gonna get this shit off my chest before I leave up out of here. I feel like everybody should, say what you need to say. I don't think he was wrong for what he said at all. Don't remind me, user. I don't even know why you put that in my chat to remind me again. No, I'm just kidding. Hi, Nick. Like, annoying. Marvin was very devastated. He was thinking about how much he needed that money. Who wouldn't be? I'm not sure why he felt Johnny was his friend. Maybe there's something that I didn't get to see. Maybe there's something I didn't get to see on the show that made him feel like it was closer than what it was. I don't know. Child, Beanie Baby, he had baby oil on the bottom of them damn shoes. The duel was the same one. He only got 4 kids, y'all. The duel was the same one that they did last season, where they have them blindfolded and they have bells on their bodies, and then they have to grab the it's like flag football. You got to grab the flag and throw it up. It was the same challenge that Liberty and Jess went against each other, and I feel like Jess beat Lib in that challenge, if I remember correctly. And this, you know what also made me like, what the fuck, y'all? Is if any of these motherfuckers had watched the first season of Games, they would have known exactly the strategy to use to win the fucking challenge. Just watch the fucking game. Just watch it. You need to get low because you need your hips to be further away from that person, and you need to come at them quick. All that tiptoeing around. Justine was like, and Toby and Johnny, they all knew. Because they didn't watch the first fucking season. You need to be low. You need your hips to be further away, and you need to be able to just get up and grab their shit. Versus, you falling down with them. Like, come on, y'all. Watch the show. But I do like that they did that duel, y'all. And if I'm honest, I think once they realized who the bottom twos were going to be, I feel like they chose that duel explicitly for Andreina to give her an opportunity to stay in the villa. To give her a fair shot. That's what it felt like to me. Like, that is one way that, like Aaliyah has told us, right? That's one way that production can influence outcomes, is by making, okay, we'll have you do certain challenges, right? To give people a fighting chance. So I think that was partially why they chose that duel. She was so close. She did great. She fought. Her mindset was strong. She did exactly what she needed to do. Because she wasn't, listen, if it had been anything else physical, we saw how she did the first time. Okay? So this one was about strategy. That's why, right? Because she is taller. So if she would have fought to get on the floor, your arms are longer than Garby's, baby. Get real low. Get on that floor and grab her shit. You can grab her shit from much further away than she can grab yours. Right? So I do think it was about making it a more leveled playing field for the both of them. And I appreciate that they did that. What I think also would have helped is if she had not been having conversations with Johnny before the duel. Don't talk to me. I don't like you. Stop talking to me. Like, leave her alone. Stop talking to her. Because that ain't about nothing but you trying to keep your, make yourself feel better because you feel guilty now that she's vulnerable. Go away. Live with your decisions, Johnny. You saying I'm going to stand on it. Why you keep pulling her trying to basically apologize? And Andreina wasn't giving him no rest, just as she fucking should. I'm not giving you no rest. I'm not easing up at all. Period. I don't care. Like what Becalice, Cardi B said, if we got beef, we got beef forever. Don't talk to me. Leave me alone. It's crushed. Like, I didn't even want to get on live. I'm like, I appreciated that she was like, Johnny, it's gonna be smoke forever. The fact that she pulled Gabby and she's like, it's no beef with you. I'm mad at him, right? Andreina, listen, I know she got a lot of flack from that one girl's fan base, but I like that girl. I like what I saw from her. And I appreciate that we got to see more of, like, why does she stay so surface? Why does she, because she has the experience of people doing exactly what the fuck Johnny did. I think she did well. I think she, let us see more of her, and I wish her the best moving forward. I really would like to see her hosting. They got Ariana walking in like a baddie. That's what I see Andreina doing. Being a little fine, being some fine shit, walking in, getting to a bag. Period. Yes, and I hope that she learned to lean on herself, to realize she actually can do it. Right? And I think that that's what she did in that duel tonight. And so it was the perfect one for her to go out on. She said, Revenge Bikini, Toby and Tyreek were like, you look good. Yeah, tonight was her episode. It absolutely was. And I wish her the absolute best moving forward. You know what I mean? Now, listen, I don't want her to come back to no more games. Give her a couple years and let her be on season 5. No more games. No more Love Island for my girl. Stay up out them people villa, okay? Stay up out them people villa. They ain't shit. Stay away from them, girl. Oh, Tyreek was going to backpedal because he's realizing how absolutely insane he looked. And I bet he felt even more ridiculous when he realized that Justine got saved by America's vote. Oh, so she's liked. She's liked. What happens now? Because you're in our territory, right? You're waiting. You're depending on U.S. fans, U.S. voters. All I know is Justine better fucking not. You better stay right the fuck where you were. All this, you can pull me for chats. I'm not ready to be there yet with you. No, I'm never going to be there. That's the answer, boo. It's never going to be that. We can play the game, but it's never going to be that. That's the answer. Don't piss me off, Justine. Keep your head in the fucking game. Strategize. And that's it. I was okay, K-Boogie. I wanted Garby to go home only because I'm sick of seeing her and Kendall. And I really wanted Andreina to, like, have a redemptive moment with Johnny. And I was okay with Garby staying, though. I was okay with Garby staying. I'm annoyed that Kendall also stayed, though. because I feel like she's not gonna keep her head in the game. She's running into the ring to give him smooches and shit. And it's giving 22-year-old and 29-year-old. I need them to break it up. Break it up. I'm not giving Justine no more benefits of the doubt. I'm sorry. I hope Justine's saying that because she knows he's going to feel a way about her if she shuts him down. I'm not. No more. I was already skeptical when people were like, that's just gameplay. She's just playing Tyreek's game. I was like, I don't know, y'all. It didn't look like that to me. And then she said it wasn't. I'm not giving her no more benefits of the doubt. I'm going to need her to show and prove. I can't trust no more. And here's the thing about Garby. I have to believe in Justine. I believe in actions. I need her to prove to me that the men are playing a game. Because she told that man, I just needed to sleep on it, you know. She did say, okay, great, you got me back. She did, like, say all of that. But then she was like, you know, I'm not there right now. You can pull me for chaps. No. Just, let's stay focused on the game. At this point, I think that there's been a rupture in the trust. It's probably not going to be romantic, but how can we stay focused on the game so that we can continue to advance? That's it. That's it. They need a girl alliance, but too many of these women are male-centered, which I think you have to be to some extent in order to be on the show. I am Star's Journey. Some of them are too male-centered, right? The fact that Lucinda ran that shit back, the fact that Garby and Andrea weren't really trying to hear that the men are playing their own game, that they're strategizing. They weren't really trying to hear that. They listening, but they wasn't really trying to hear that. You know what I mean? Because they want to believe in their men. And it would be easy to say, oh, Justine is just feeling slighted because of what Tyreek did, rather than understanding, oh, there's something going on that we're not realizing. Because why did Sydney say, I'm picking him for strategy about alliances? What conversations are people having? I did not like Josh and Justine together, B. I haven't liked Justine with anyone yet because Justine can't stay fucking focused. Justine has been pissing me off, if I'm honest. I need Justine to be with somebody that she doesn't want to feel their body on her body. That's the only way I think I'm going to like her in this villa. I need her to lock the fuck in. Because it was cool when it was about the games with Josh, but then y'all canoodling underneath the covers and kissing and y'all cuddling, but them cuddlings are very aggressively motion oriented under them covers. I need you to relax. And then it's, oh my God, how did we get here? Justine. Don't do this. No, Justine said she wanted the money. She was there for the money. No love on the island if it is distracting. I don't think they did it or nothing. You know what I mean? She said he was pushing it up on her. So they were definitely being very close underneath them covers. Y'all wasn't. I want you to just stay focused. Heavy petting. That's exactly the words. Yeah, Justine is 32 and Gabby is older. She's 33, someone said. Josh is the short, stocky, very aggressive about his girl person that's partnered up with Andrea. I think the only person I would like to see Justine partnered up with at this point, Josh and Isaiah are Trump supporters. That tracks. I didn't like Josh already, so where'd you find that out at? Listen, I feel like the only person that I think she could partner up with that would not be annoying is Toby or Johnny. Because I don't think she would go there with either one of them and they could just stay focused on winning. Because that's what you said you were here for. Do I think Josh tried to set Justine up? I think that Josh is self-serving. Period. I think he's being a man. I don't even know if I think that he is like thinking, I don't like, am I being shady? A little bit. I'm being a little bit shady. I don't know if I think it's about him being smart enough to be strategic about setting her up. I think he's just moving with his own best interest in mind. Giselle, what's my opinion on Tyreek's gameplay? If he was a real manipulator, he would have waited longer. He did not stay in that cut long enough, in my opinion. As someone that knows what it looks like, knows how to do it, you didn't stay in that cut long enough for it to actually mean anything. It didn't mean shit. You didn't do anything. Because you didn't make her vulnerable, she was already vulnerable. So there was no reason to do that. You played yourself. You played your hand too soon. You not as whippersnapper smart affairs you think you are. You needed to wait until it was like at a recoupling and I gotta choose, and if I don't choose her, then she goes home. That was your play if you were gonna have one. But that ego, I gotta do what I gotta get my kid back because my feelings is hurt. So now you played yourself. Literally, all it did was make him look bad and make her not trust him, and you're still in a fucking couple with her. What was the point? You're not moving like a smart competitor. You're not moving like a smart competitor. And I think that Toby knows that. And that's why Toby was so like, what the fuck? I feel like she's going to take him back romantically. Tiffany, she did not have a hard enough stop for me to be like, oh yeah, she's done. Her foot, in fact, was not on his neck. It was like next to it. Andreina was on that man Johnny tonight, okay? But Justine was like, my foot is like, oh, it's right next to your neck. And I don't like that. Put that motherfucker on there. Yeah, Toby was clearly like, this was a bad decision. Do I think that Tyreek likes Justine, or is it just ego? I think that Tyreek thinks that he's playing a game. He just doesn't realize he's not as smart at the game as he thinks he is. I don't think it's about him. Listen, y'all. I don't know where everybody's from, but I feel like everybody with the uterus has had this experience of you walking down the street and some man trying to talk to you. And when you say, no, thank you, bitch, that's why you wasn't even that cute anyway. I didn't even want to fuck your number. I didn't even want your fucking number anyway. I don't think it's about him liking her so much. It's about the fact that he can't stand the fact that he was rejected. Because how fucking dare she? It's the same, exactly. It's the same energy to me. It's not giving anything different, which is why he was so goddamn impulsive with what he did. It's not that he liked her so much. It's that he can't believe he got rejected. And let some people tell it. I don't know how true this is, right? Let some people tell it. He thinks negative things about U.S. women. And he doesn't date black women. So how dare you especially feel like you could reject me? He is skating by currently. He is hanging on in the villa. And unfortunately, that happens, right? You have the people that are like scragglers. Like they just kind of like. So he only likes light brights. Okay. Yeah, so like for me, he's skating. Wait, K Boogie, why are you saying his name? Oh, because of the skating by. Absolutely. Absolutely. Not all the men are light brights now. You're right. Maybe they'll bring some more people in. I feel like maybe one more set of bombshells will come in, but they're very close to the end, so probably not much longer, right? Not many more people coming in. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the gifts, y'all. Thank you for the likes. Yeah, so like, and how old is Tyreek user? K Boogie, she's too excited. You're right. Okay, yeah, Tyreek is 26. 26 and you've only had one relationship? That's a choice. Nicola is that girl. Miss Petty, I hope so. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with this group challenge and how it shakes shit up. Because they don't have to pick based on couple. They just pick people. Right? And so if one team becomes vulnerable, then your person and your couple could go home. I hope that they put Tyreek and Justine on opposite teams and that Justine's team wins. Same for Garby and Kendall. Do I know what the challenge is? No, it's just a group challenge. That's all we know so far. Here's the thing. Again, Garby is very, very excited. And she's 22. She's young. She's very, 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 very young. Right? Which means like, damn, how young was she when she was on her episode, on her season of the, like her original season? She was young as fuck. She's smitten because he is an older man who knows just the right things to do. And I need her to get, I always feel, is concerned the right word? I feel very curious, like something I've said before that I'm looking forward to seeing. Not that I know anybody will ever actually do this, but I think it would be very interesting research to see these people that go on reality dating shows. What do their love lives look like as they get older? How do they conceptualize love? What do they understand about dating and romance? Because that's why I be feeling like Justine be moving like she ain't thinking shit all the way through. Because she's been on Love Island at this point 3 different times, and she started out very young. And I'm like, so do you even have like a good conceptualization of how to date if this has been your primary experiences with actual dating relationships? The thing is, they can't watch each other's seasons, Majestic Babe, because they have no idea who's coming on the show. Like, nobody knows who's coming. Like, Casey and Gabby didn't know that the other one was coming. So it would be impossible. You would literally have to watch every single season of every single franchise, and ain't nobody about to do all that. I know that Kendall definitely watched season 7. I know he definitely watched probably the first Love Island games. I think that's why he knew strategy when he was talking to Garby. Low, hips back. He knew. Right? And I believe that he's very involved in Love Island universe. So I think that he definitely follows a lot of like the top people from the shows in their seasons, right? So yeah, y'all, I don't know. I'm pissed that Kendall's still there. He definitely knew who Gabby was, so I know that he watched All Stars. Amber, I agree. I think that they wanted to give not Justine, they wanted to give Andreina a fair shot, and if I'm honest, Kendall, because I think for them it's like, okay, either we give, Andreina a fair shot, because I mean, we don't know what the votes look like. All we know is they were bottom two. Right? We just know they were bottom two. We don't know which one had more than the other. I think they also want us to buy into this, like, oh my God, the couple, their love is saved. And like, no. That's not happening for me personally. Miss Petty, on the app, Andrea is always number one. Same with Josh. Do y'all want to take a gander as to why? Because how was Isaiah safe? It's the same reason that Pepe and Iris went into the Final Four over Michelle and Alan. So yeah. So yeah, who is voting for Andrea? I will say this. I hear you about season 4 being very popular, which I guess was like the season one of them was on. I will say this though, y'all, right? We know that the influx of viewers came from season 6. And so then there was this boom in season 7. So I don't think it's just about people favoring season 4, because it's still a shit ton more people that watched the last couple of seasons, right? Well, they need to get on their shit, Kiana. They got to get on their shit. Yeah, I'm not fucking with it. Listen, I really need Kendall to go home. K Boogie, I think at that point it's like, okay, this is our 4th conversation. Damn, nigga, like here, shit. That's what it felt like to me. Like, oh God, because it seemed like he wanted to go in for a kiss, and she like kind of like moved away. Like, what are you doing? Well, you have to vote for a boy if you vote for a girl. It won't let you submit your vote without voting for the other one. The way that she was like, it's fuck you. That's right, sis. That's right. Come out and get to your bag. Yeah, people, you have to pick a boy in order to pick a girl. I don't know if Nicole is coming. People said she has a partner. She has a boyfriend, so she wouldn't come on the show if that's true. And honestly, do I really want to see a Nicole and Kendall situation? I mean, if it breaks Kendall and Garby up, great. But outside of that, boring. I hope they do the same amount. My understanding, Tiffany, is that it's only going to be 3 weeks. So we're already 2 weeks in. Time is weird. I don't know the answer to that. 10 days is what he said. And that was a couple days ago. So yeah, I think we're close to 2 weeks in. Um, we're entering into the third week. It's been a week and a half, y'all. I can't keep track. I know it started on a Tuesday on the 18th. So yeah, wasn't last Tuesday 1 week? We're getting ready to hit the second week on this Tuesday coming. That'll be a full 2 weeks of the show airing. I don't know anything about Cinco, but people are always asking for him to come. Okay, we're on episode 12. Yeah, so on Tuesday it'll be 2 weeks. So we have one more week if it is 3 weeks. Here's the thing about I know, right, Ella? It's like we don't got clocks and calendars out here either. Here's the thing about Andreina trusting. I would say that I wouldn't call it trusting fast, only because her and Johnny had something outside of all of this. They had already been talking, they had already linked up. They already had some history. So she probably was resting on some of that, plus being like, okay, great, now we get an opportunity to spend every day together trying to do this. You know what I mean? So I want to give her credit around that part of it. Even Tyreek was in her DMs before they ever came onto the show, right? So both of the men that she talked to were men that had already started trying to talk to her in the regular world. Y'all, I'm just going to be honest. I like the men when they're not with some of the men I like the girls when they're not with some of the men that they're with. Majestic Babe, people tried to warn her too. Listen, that goes back to what I've told y'all before. Do not think that you're the exception. You're not the exception. She told him, you're the man that everybody said you were. So people had tried to tell her. She wasn't trying to hear it. Same thing that Gabby did. Well, I hear what y'all are saying, but I'm going to get to know him myself. Okay, babe. Do you, boo? All you had to do was watch him on Games last season. He literally switched out girls until the very end. He switched out girls until the very end. And between Love Island Games last season and this season, he's had a baby. And he's not in a relationship with the mother of that child. So you got pregnant and did 40 weeks, which is essentially 10 months, and have already broken up. So what was that? Where now you can now be back on the games again. You're not the exception. You're not the exception. Everyday Teens, thank you. You're not the exception. You need to look at these men's history. You need to look at how they move. You need to stop thinking that now in the last 6 weeks, he done became a different person. But this is why I be saying, right? The youth really need the older people to try to tell them, but you also have to be willing to hear. When Sully said he didn't want to pay for the wings, child, I said, cut the mic. Cut the mic. Cut the cameras. Get me off. Because nachos, whatever the fuck, something that was $9. They was at Cheesecake Factory. Maybe they was 15. But either way, cut the cameras. Please. Yeah, so no. Listen. Majestic Babe. Majestic babe. Y'all so petty. Y'all funny. You could have just paid for the nachos, Emerald. And the fact that he definitely came on season 1 thinking that he was going to like maybe win her back. Everyday Teens, not Marvin Sapp. I'm screaming. Okay, Kendall needs to go home. Lucinda gotta fucking go. Matter of fact, go together. Okay. Who else? Josh, bye. Justine, if she can't get her shit together. Tyreek, for sure. Isaiah can get. Damn, I don't want nobody on the island. Everybody can go home. Everybody pack your bags. Toby ain't did nothing for me to be like, bye. Not yet. Sydney hasn't yet either. She was a dodo bird for that damn comment, but Emerald, I'm like, nah, just put it toward the next season. Nicola can stay. I'm not mad at Nicola. Andrea gotta go if she can't stop being stupid either about Josh. But the only people that I'm like, you have to go, Tyreek, Lucinda, Kendall. I feel like everybody else, Josh. I keep trying to make the list shorter, but I keep adding names. I feel like everybody else I could tolerate. But some of them I'm just like, no. And if I have any say so, certain people will not be touching that motherfucking 250,000. Wow. But I feel like they're gonna leave that to a game, as they fucking should. It is Love Island games, right? It shouldn't be to a vote, if I'm honest. I don't feel like that's fair. It should be based on whoever wins the game. But if it is, certain motherfuckers ain't touching that motherfucker 250. Wow. Ain't blowing it. Okay, can y'all chill?
No.
Mally, have you showered?
I just fell. This girl's telling me to chill.
But you fell because y'all are running down the hallway like some weirdos.
I tripped. Oh my
Mal,
God.
have you showered?
No.
Mally, you need to give me a shower, dude.
How? I'm waiting for dinner. When is dinner?
After you get out the shower, that's when dinner is.
Right now. I don't know what she's talking about.
Daddy's cooking right now. Go get in the shower. Okay, well, go cook, but you still need to get in the shower. You have school in the morning.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
What's today?
Today is Sunday, sir.
Am I not closer to her skin tone than I am to Daddy's?
Closer to light skin than he's closer to dark skin.
No. Am I closer to her skin tone or Daddy's?
You're closer to Nani's skin tone than
Exactly.
Daddy's.
Why are you lying? Why are you lying? Get off of me.
She set a boundary.
Ow.
Respect her space.
I'm not on her. Why are you lying?
Sorry, y'all.
Like, if you looked at me in the winter, this nigga would be nowhere near me.
Bro, nigga.
Okay, but it's not winter time.
Okay, but in general,
What?
we're talking objectively.
Okay, but he's talking about right now at this
No,
moment.
okay.
Okay, in winter, everybody gets whiter. Which means I would still be closer to your skin tone.
No, you won't.
It's the same as summer. Everybody gets darker in summer.
No.
Not everybody,
You didn't
but mostly
change.
black people. Yes, I did.
No, you did.
Malachi does tan during the summer too, Nani.
Excuse me? Who are you speaking to?
You. He also tans in the
No,
summer.
he does not, bro.
Yes, he
He's the exact
does.
same me?
No, he doesn't.
It-
Oh my
I'm being
goodness.
dead ass.
No, he doesn't.
That nigga did not tan.
Anyway, okay. Sorry, y'all. Some people gotta go. But yeah, no, yeah, we're Kim Possible. We are almost done. We are wrapping. We are wrapping. Because this is Sunday and people got jobs, you know. Wait, who? What? Huh? User, who y'all talking about? I want a girl to win and not split the money too. Oh, wait. Are you talking about Isaiah or someone else? Because listen, I know that Charlie deleted his entire ex account before he even came on the show. I'm wondering if it is Isaiah, and maybe it has been exposed and I just haven't seen it, but I'm curious. I heard Erica. Listen, Tyreek is very, very, very childish. He needs to go home. Well, she was dating, Isaiah was the person she dated from her show, no? Wasn't Isaiah was the person that Lucinda dated and was with for a year, I thought. Oh, shit. Not me revealing that they all look the same to me, y'all. I'm sorry. Right. Sydney is the one that, never mind. I know who y'all talking about. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. I'm like, it's not the same person. Sorry. I got it now. I got it now. Tyreek, who's Ella? Listen, sorry, Sydney and Lucinda. Oh, I see Ella. I see Ella. I will accept that statement in that case. I will accept that statement. But so I've heard. Yeah, y'all, they gotta go. They gotta pack it up and get out. I'm wondering, tomorrow I think it's going to reveal the alliances. High Divinity, tomorrow is going to reveal the alliances. You are going to see who's gunning for who. Because Johnny wants Kendall gone, right? He wants to trim the fat. That's what he said. That's what he said. And Tyreek wants Josh out because he feels like a strong competitor. Now, I know Toby is Tyreek's boy, but I think that Toby also recognizes that Tyreek is a dumb player. He's a dumb player. So I would not be shocked if on Johnny's team, if he ends up with, like, I think wasn't Tyreek standing behind him? If they end up on the same team, I would not be shocked if they pull Garby and the strategy is to put Kendall on the other team to make him vulnerable. And Josh. Well, Johnny wants Kendall out. He said Kendall needs to go next because he wants to trim the fat. That's what he said. Ty wanted Josh to go next. But I would not be shocked if that's what, if they attempt to break that up. Justine doesn't like Johnny, like as a person. Yeah, so Majestic Babe, go back to the episode before the baby birding challenge. It was when they were on the beds. It was when they were on the beds talking. Yeah, I don't think that Toby respects Tyreek's gameplay at all. Well, what he said was he was going to gun for Kendall, whatever they chose to do. Oh yeah, definitely not romantically for sure. Tyreek moves too emotionally in the game, and that would be one thing if the emotion was being wielded with precision, but he's allowing it to cloud his consciousness and his thinking. And then he's just resting in ego and he's making egotistical decisions. And so I don't think that Toby wants to make it to the end. And I don't think he's going to let his gameplay be threatened by somebody making bad choices. Agree, Majestic Babe. I agree. So yeah, y'all, I think it's going to be really interesting tomorrow. I think we're going to see the gameplay is going to come out tomorrow. The strategy is going to come out tomorrow. Thank you, April Fucking Flowers. I don't perceive Tyreek as a strong competitor. I think that Tyreek is coasting right now. He's doing just enough to be under the radar. But that could also get him to the end. But the thing that the only reason why I'm like, I don't think that'll get him to the end, like that is not enough, is because he's not doing that on purpose. That just happens to be how the gameplay is working out. It's all just happening to work out in his favor. It feels like sheer luck sometimes. If he was being intentional of like, okay, I'm going to do just enough to make it, that would be different. But it doesn't feel like strategy. It just feels like luck. Yeah, he doesn't have social clout. Love is Blind USA starts on Wednesday. Love is Blind Denver. I'm going to watch it. I cannot wait to get the fuck. I can't wait. And then on the 7th of October, Real Housewives of Potomac comes back. Okay, so yeah, I'm very excited to see tomorrow night what happens. Me too. I'm ready to go, Erica. The demographic of Denver, it's predominantly white. There are like the cast does have black people on the cast. I will say that I'm going to be, because it is how do I say this? It is Love is Blind, right? So like they can't see each other, but it is very commonplace in Denver for black men to choose white women. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out when they can't see the other person. Like, I'm not exaggerating when I tell y'all that people be like, telling Chris, like, you have a black wife? Like, yeah. Wait, what is maths, user? What is maths? Yeah, Karen is not in. The Denver season's just getting ready to start, user. It hasn't played yet. Okay. I don't be watching that shit. Karen is out, but Karen's not going to be on the season of Potomac. She's just out. And then I'm also ready for, yeah, it's a little stretch for me. Love is Blind is similar. When they started talking about that timeline, oh, the version of Married at First Sight, that makes sense. When they said they do like 10 days in the pods and then like 4 weeks to plan the wedding, I was like, that is very, very fucking rapid. Like, rapid fire. That's fast. That is fast. Quick. Like, wow. But I'm looking forward to Real Housewives of Potomac, and I'm looking forward to Love and Marriage Huntsville's streaming. But yeah, I'm ready for Love Island to be. Pack it up. Honestly, y'all, I don't even know if I'll watch next summer. It was very traumatizing this year. It was not fun. I don't watch Salt Lake City, Jay. I said that I was going to start, But I'm one of those people that feels like I have to go back and watch all the old ones to watch the new one. I'm not watching it, Lady Russell Hat, because it's only on OWN. It's not streaming yet. Like, it wasn't that fun to me to watch them on Love Island this season. It was, the fan bases were not fun. Like, and so I don't know if I'm gonna watch again next season, if I'm honest. The fans were, and I hate to call them fans because they're not even fans. You know what I mean? They're not even fans. They're stalkers. I agree, K Boogie. It's giving like scary, weird behavior. That's not fun to me. So even if I do watch it, I may not like do any reviews on it because, oh my God, they're exhausting. Jay, I believe you. I tend to watch reality TV shows where there's not only one black character and a cast of a bunch of non-black people, because then I be seeing all the microaggressions and that shit don't be fun for me to watch personally. That'll be fun to me to watch. I wanna watch my reality TV where it's shady, but it's not racist. Hi, Mia. Like, that don't be fun to me. She be shutting them down? Okay. So I watch, like, Love and Marriage Huntsville. I watch Potomac. I watch... exactly, Erica. It's supposed to be escapism. I used to watch Atlanta. I haven't watched really. I think I watched one season after Nene left. I watched like Basketball Wives LA. I do be watching baddies and shit, but that just be like mind numbing shit. It was. Oh, I feel that, Erica. I feel that. I haven't watched it this season. I only stream. So until he streams, I don't watch it. I haven't watched Baddies yet, Emerald. I'll probably watch it when I get off. I have not watched it yet. They said Natalie gets touched, but I don't know if I believe that. I ain't seen it yet. I think they just gassing it. Did she get touched? It don't ruin it for me. You could tell me. Because that's what I want to see. You want to be on the cast? Be on the cast, mamas. Next week. Okay, well, all right. Honestly, K-Boogie, I feel you. I feel you. Until these platforms learn to be like Netflix, I have access to things. But I feel you. Erica, don't call me out like this. Don't do this. But Natalie be doing too much. Natalie is a colorist and was a weirdo on her season. And she's messy. She pits the girls against each other. She be stirring that motherfucking pot. And then we trying to act like she ain't do nothing. No, I don't like that. If you bigger than the program, then get off the program. Lady Russell Hat, me and my daughter watched the most recent episode. And when I just tell you that Danny and fucking Andrea are so sad to watch. Like, they are actually, like, so fucking sad to watch. Like, when Jocelyn said, do y'all know why you're not up there? Yeah, because I'm a piece of because I'm not shit and I'm the lowest of the bottom or whatever the fuck they said. And she's head down and she just starts sobbing. I'm so sorry. Like, what's happening? It's scary. It's giving. Y'all want to talk about a trauma bond? It's scary over there. It's scary. So, Lady Russell Hat, I have like a whole video planned about how there's two reality people, and one of them has madam energy and one of them has pimp energy, and the only difference being class, how they grew up, background wise, right? But the way that they engage with the girls on their shows, I'm like, this is unwell. This is not safe. This is not safe. Where are the people that love these girls? But that's why they're vulnerable, right? And she knows that, right? Because you got the smallest ones, you got the tiniest ones, the weakest ones being your guard dogs. Why? Because they're the ones that you can control the easiest. What's up, mommy?
I forgot to talk to you.
What's up?
Did you see that Janae went to a Chris Brown concert and people were like dragging her because of what happened with Kenny, and she was like, it was repulsive, and then she's like
Doing what she's doing.
giving money to Chris Brown. Yeah.
Child. My daughter just came in here with the tea.
She told people, because it was people lost her life with her friend, she was like, we just went for Bryson Tiller because he opened for him. But obviously people aren't believing her because he just opened for him and he stayed for the entire hour-long concert.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. I agree. It's going to be Surviving the Cabaret and Surviving Back. It's going to be Surviving Zeus. It's going to be Surviving Zeus. She was in here telling me how people were coming for Janae because she went to a Chris Brown concert. And I guess we're talking to her on live or something or the other about why would she go, something like that, whatever. But how people were saying like you had all those critiques about Kenny, but you're at like a known colors, I'm sure is what they were saying, like concert. Child. This is why y'all just gotta let your face be fallible. Ain't nobody infallible. You feel me? Nobody's infallible. You gotta not act like people are gonna be perfection. Listen, Erica, it's the same with people in that man that is had us singing I Believe I Can Fly. You know what I mean? And they had a whole video of that man. Like, so people just, you know, it's really hard. It's really hard. It's easier to not for people, right? Which is unfortunate. Yeah, Emerald, it's so odd. Okay, y'all. I will probably do a video after First Look tomorrow. I'll definitely come on live after the games air. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all for rocking with me. I'm so glad we got what's that boy's name? I've just been saying everybody's name wrong today. It's because my husband just walked in the room. But I'm so glad we got the conversation about Nick out the way, because we're not talking about that no more. Okay? No more. I'm letting y'all know right now. We're moving on. When are we talking about Jocelyn Hernandez? I don't know, y'all, because her girls, that be cray. And yes, so long as we get to 50K, and I be trying not to be on too late, because it's, you know, games end so late. It ends so late, considering, like, you know, it's a weeknight. People gotta go to work and shit, you know. I mean, I don't, but I be trying to be mindful of everybody else. I don't schedule no clients before 9 a.m. Thank you, baby.
No, I meant to get that a long time ago. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Thank you. Okay, I love y'all so much. Have a fantastic night. This live will go onto YouTube as well.